was singing of the life lost to him because it had been his misfortune to be born much later, when the world was already a different place. I had woken later than usual that morning. Baba Gale had been up for hours, a Muslim, a northerner. He's up with the call to prayer by 5 every morning, which is one good thing about him. Also, he doesn't drink and is an honest man, which is more than you can say of many. Quick to temper, though, those northerners. I called him to take a bucket of hot water to the bathroom so I could shave. These days, there is no hot water. We're lucky if there is water at all. The taps run dry, as had been the case for the last few days. We kept a barrel at the back of the house for such contingencies. I want to finish the study today, I told him. When you come back from market, come and find me there. Today is Friday, he replied, as he filled the sink and prepared to withdraw. I was still in my pajamas sitting on the edge of the bath, summoning the energy to lift myself up and reach the sink. Of course, Friday. Baba Gale would be at the mosque, no one to help me all day. Very well, I said. Mind you come straight back, no wasting time with all that congosa afterwards. No reply, which meant he intended to do just as he pleased. He poured the water into the sink and set down the bucket, came and hovered over me like a blue bottle. I waved him away. When he had gone, I took a deep breath, as deep as my lungs would allow, and levered myself up with the aid of the towel rail. 4 steps to the sink. I rested my hands on the edge of the porcelain, steadied myself on my feet, and stared into the mirror. The pale hairs on my chin gave my face an ashen cast. I leaned forward and pulled down each eyelid. My eyeballs were yellow, streaked with red. Admirable colors in a sunset, perhaps. The night before, as on other nights, Baba Gale arranged the pillows behind me. By then I was forced to sleep virtually upright. I had lain gazing into the black, listening to the creaking of my stiffened lungs, the air whistling through the tubes like a piece of rusted machinery. I picked up my shaving brush, wet the bristles, and lathered my face with soap. The razor was less than sharp and pulled at the hairs, dragging them out of the loose folds of skin. Where the furrows were deepest, the razor slid over the wet hairs. I stuck my tongue out into the side of my cheek, and with my left hand pulled the skin taut. When I had finished, I splashed the water in the basin over my face. It was still hot. I luxuriated in the feel of it. Afterwards, I looked again in the mirror. The blood welled up in a number of nicks in my skin. Over the years, my skin had grown thinner. It hung down beneath my eyes, under my jaw, sliding off the bones of my face. I squeezed toothpaste onto my toothbrush and attacked my teeth. Blood on the bristles. My gums had shriveled away like slugs in the midday sun. And when I was through, I rinsed my mouth and spat into the basin. Then I pulled the plug and watched the toothpaste, blood-stained suds, hairs, and water swirl away down the hole, like so many lost years. When Baba Gale returned from the market, I was sitting on the unmade bed, struggling into my clothes. The effort of getting dressed had provoked in me a coughing fit, the sound of which must have brought him to the door of my room. Wordlessly, he set down the tray containing my medicine, a jug of water, and a glass, poured a little of the water, and helped me to take a few sips. Gradually, the coughing subsided. Then I sat still, submitting to his ministrations like a child or a half-wit. He freed my left arm from where it was trapped in the shirt sleeve. Then he buttoned the cuffs. I pushed away his hands, insisted on buttoning the front myself. He bent and rolled a sock over